Hey there guys, welcome to the next time lapse here on the channel. It's of course Friday once again, so that means it's time for another time lapse. This one was actually kind of cool. It's been a while since I actually made kind of an iconic famous person silhouette, like a real famous person. I did do Harry Potter a little while ago, but it's about 3 or 4 years ago when I was just starting to get into duct tape. I actually made a Marilyn Monroe silhouette and one of Elvis too, and I've actually been displaying these over the course of the past couple years at the Duct Tape Festival each year in Ohio. So I'm actually going to be doing Audrey Hepburn for this one. Most of you guys probably don't know who Audrey Hepburn is, but she's an old style movie actress. She was one of the best actresses during the Hollywood Golden Age, which is around 1920 to 1960, right about there. And very popular back in the day. It was in a lot of great movies, a lot of the classic movies. And this is a great silhouette of her that I'm going to be making for this video. So just a simple silhouette, not so simple when you're putting all the pieces together, but white on black, or I'm sorry, black on white for the colors. And a lot of the interesting things when you're making a very elegant black and white silhouette, you really have to pay attention to the proportions and getting everything in the right spot. And I say that with a lot of my other time lapses and everything, but with when you're doing white on black duct tape on top of a white background, if it's not cut correctly and it's kind of put in the wrong space, it doesn't quite work out too well, and it ends up kind of looking very abstract when you compare it to the original paper image, which I'm cutting everything out from in this video. So you almost have to kind of strike that balance between applying everything the right way, but also you have a little bit of wiggle room, but it's not too much, so you kind of have to work with that. I really adore it when you're working on a silhouette and you start working on the bottom first and kind of work from the bottom up or the top to the bottom. It always ends up looking really abstract because you're not looking at the whole picture because you haven't made it yet. So it's really cool how to watch it kind of come to life before you. And silhouettes traditionally look a lot better from about 2 to 3 feet away than up close when you make them out of duct tape. So at the very end of the video, I'll show you exactly what it looks like from about 2 to 3 feet away, and it looks really cool. So these are all these tiny little pieces that make up her hand, which is holding her cigarette there. And I actually have the paper image kind of stuck down there, and I'm actually applying these little pieces in between those little cutout pieces of the paper. And this kind of just guarantees, it's kind of like the ultimate perfect way of making sure they go exactly where you want them to go. And that is very, like I said, it's very important when you're trying to make a silhouette like this. So I'm just cutting out the pieces here. And when you're doing this, you have to be very careful not to kind of just mangle your paper piece because you're using that as you go through the entire process. So if you like totally mess with that thing and you cut it up into ribbons, you're going to have a really hard time trying to put it back together again if you're using this method. So you got to be really careful with that paper piece. You can only kind of destroy it after you're totally done with it. So sticking these pieces on here, this is part of her lips, like the bottom part of her lips. And now I got to work with her top half. You have her hair, which is the most on the top, and her shoulder is what you see on the bottom. And the interesting thing about the silhouette is kind of like on the right below her eyes to her chin. There's really nothing on the side, so it kind of is almost like an optical illusion. There's nothing there besides, just empty space. So you kind of have to work with it to make sure that it kind of just looks like her face is still there, even though the curvature of her face is still there, even though there's really just open white space there. So kind of interesting. So cutting out the rest of her eye here, and I'm definitely not abandoning that method of using the paper piece as my guideline. And now I'm starting to tackle a little bit of her hair, but I'll be working on that whole piece of her hair just in the next portion. So just applying all these little pieces here. Sometimes they don't always get cut out, so you kind of have to poke them through with the hobby knife and then kind of just find a place to put them. So right now I can kind of see that it's starting to take shape. It's starting to look really cool. I can tell by the way I'm applying it that it's lining up exactly with the way the paper image is. So I'm not too worried about it really messing up. Now you can definitely start to see that part of that image take shape on the actual duct tape piece. And so if you really want to make like a really accurate silhouette like this, a very elegant silhouette, you definitely want to try to use your paper template as much as possible when you're trying to apply all of this together. So now it's on to her hair. This is a huge portion. I didn't show you exactly every part of it because I felt like it was exactly the same thing. I was just making all these curved cuts. So I'm cutting out this giant piece here, and then I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to kind of, peeling them all up. You can probably hear my cat way up in the background a little bit. She loves to interrupt my time lapses a lot. Anyway, so cutting out the rest of her hair, and then I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit. Any second now. Any second now. There we go. Now I'm going to be applying all these together. This is kind of the hardest part of the entire time lapse because it doesn't always line up perfectly no matter how you do it or how well you do it. It never lines up exactly the way you want it to. So you kind of have to work with the paper piece a little bit. Kind of peel it up, stick it back down again, and then just kind of work with it as best you can. Of course, when you peel up the paper, you can always go back and kind of just, arrange them the way you want them to, but you want the whole thing to look pretty much perfect on the first try. So now I'm kind of digging the paper out from underneath the duct tape a little bit, and we're going to see what it looks like just right in a few seconds. So here we go. And there we have it. There's Audrey Hepburn close up, so it looks pretty cool. And then I'm going to zoom out and you guys can see how cool it really looks in just a few seconds. So I'm going to zoom out with the camera, and there's a silhouette. Looks pretty cool, very elegant, very snazzy. I definitely like how it came out. So hopefully you guys like this time lapse. There will be, like I said in the previous video, a tutorial coming soon as well as another giveaway, so you guys can watch out for that. So yeah, there's Audrey Hepburn. Thumbs up. Hope you guys liked it.